It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse a lot. Welcome back to War Thunder, and welcome aboard the Type 74 to some random gameplay. Now today I want to just look into the future of War Thunder and where this is leading us, and it's not a bright future when it comes to the normal player having fun. See, the point is this: War Thunder needs to make money for Gaijin because it's a free-to-play title, so everybody can, play it for free. And there have been a lot of controversies within, the gaming industry regarding loot boxes, regarding, free-to-play mechanics in actual so-called quote-unquote AAA games. And my problem currently, or for quite some time, with Gaijin in terms of how they balance the game and what they add to it is that, in a nutshell, in a very rough nutshell, my problem with Gaijin is not that they try to make money, but they try to make all the money, and they happily sacrifice any sort of balance where they think that they will make their money. And numerous examples have been there. The same goes for the grind at top tier, especially for tanks, the rewards, and so many people have complained about it throughout the years with suggestions and potential solutions where Gaijin still would make money, but not that much money. So the suggestions were closed and forgotten and archived and whatnot. And in a nutshell, it's like, again, a little bit of money is not enough. It needs to be all the money. And if that breaks you and it turns you away from the game, well, then you are not that kind of whale that needs to be milked. And yes, I've seen Jim Sterling as well, and yes, I've listened to and watched a lot of his videos, but as well as many other people's videos. I've reading through a lot of comments in my comment section, and as such I just have a very bad feeling about the future of War Thunder. Now, the game is not dying. The game is not really, tending towards its doom. I think there is a lot of potential. There are new players coming every day, and there is nothing bad about this. But the problem is that top tier is imbalanced a lot. It's spread out, and every patch for quite some time has brought more power creep, more compression to it. And when then one tank was very powerful, then the people rushed towards it, it got spammed, people talismaned it, people, spent their money on it to enjoy the clubbing of another nation that previously was, the flavor of the month with a certain tank, especially in Tank RB, I feel it. Then Gaijin found new documents and, well, the tank was balanced or rebalanced, and that's about it. And we have seen this for quite some time. Then we also have to go to the loot boxes, where certain tanks and planes that are, from my judgment, completely off the scale in terms of how they play out balanced. KV-220, PV-2D, and numerous other planes and tanks have shared this. And not every reward tank and plane is ridiculously overpowered, but most of the time they are good or even better than the tech tree version. Whereas the tech tree version is not that extremely powerful, the premium reward equivalent is mostly better. A recent addition of a not that spectacular plane, which is still better than the tech tree version, is the Whirlwind P.9, which is better than the tech tree version Mark 1, the Whirlwind Mark 1, but has a lower battle rating and twice the amount of ammunition, which makes it effectively better. All the other stats are copy and paste. Now, this might change in the future. Gaijin will find new documents, as we have seen it in the past, and it's the same old story. And then we come to other tanks that have been leaked recently. I'm looking here at the title of my good buddy Implete, which War Thunder leaked. Point 1, Leo 2A2, Abrams M1 IP, T80, Challenger 1 MK3, Type 90 MX32. So new top end of the line top tier predators for each tank nation, in this case except Italy. If they will come, when they will come, if they come all at the same time or not. Implete has said it in the beginning of the video itself. He doesn't know, and so does I don't. But Implete would love to see more balance in the game, like I do, and we have talked to each other quite a bit, and we understand each other when it comes to what we want in the game. We are just quote unquote content creators, so we actually are advertising the game for one reason or another. Basically, we love the game, we love YouTube, we want to educate the community, some YouTubers more than others, and even with 10,000 subscribers, I don't make that much money from YouTube. It's neglectable for the amount of money that I get per month. A few hours of working and I would have the same money with less amount of time. It's a passion. That it is why I'm doing it, and I will not really stop that. But the future of War Thunder looks a bit boring to me. It's the same old story that currently is making the money, and this is top tier tanks, modern main battle tanks, and this is now what Gaijin really shovels into the game instead of addressing old issues. But it seems like it's turning out as Gaijin wants it to be. Still, too many people seem to play Germany. Too many people are in the queue for Germany, so hence we have the world against Germany in how it turns out with the queues. Too many Tigers, too many Tiger 2s get spammed, hence why you see so many up tiers in them, because the matchmaker seems to have desperately tried to get them where they have a place without making it very long queue times. But then we have all the small matches, where we have the big maps and just 6 players per team, and at prime time, mind you, at top tier, and also even at lower battle ratings. And I think it's a bit off the scale when it comes to the reasonability, or what makes actually sense. And so I think I don't enjoy top tier, but it should be the literal selling point, and all that Gaijin is earning their money from is from top tryhards or from ultra fans that want to have the new main battle tank. And especially with tanks such as the Abrams or even the Type 64 or the Leopard, people that surfed on this on those tanks want to play them. They want to see their tanks in actions that previously they surfed on, or their father did, or a relative, or they had stories, or they saw a documentary. The same old story. And from those people and some others, stat padders, when they see that one tank is very good, then they play nothing but this tank. And mark my words, in 1 year's time, we see a lot of tanks in the game that just love at the Abrams, at its speed, at its mobility, at its rate of fire, and its firepower and survivability. And we have seen this in the past. Type 74 once was a very powerful tank. Some say it had a time where it was the most powerful tank in the game. The same goes for the T10M or the T62 or other tanks. They were always the flavor of the month tanks, and then at some point it began. The consistent power creep, the consistent compression, even more compression. The tank must really feast on the now inferior tanks, and that makes the money because people just pay their way through. So if you want to point your finger at somebody that is doing harm to War Thunder in terms of letting it be playable and fun at higher tiers, it's both the community and Gaijin. but also us YouTubers, because we make videos about this, we advertise it. And this is the cheapest sort of advertisement that you can imagine, because my subscribers are playing the game. They are the highly potent, well, target group. Think about this. When I make a tank review about a premium tank or a top end of the line tank, I'm advertising it. I'm showing you desirable gameplay, what you think is fun, and you pick your wallet and throw your money at Gaijin. And then Gaijin offers you a better alternative. And now your tank, where you purchased your way through it, through the tech trees of War Thunder, where you talismaned it because you think you have a better deal at this than with those pesky premium tanks, or you just, also spend money on, purchasing the upgrades. And then it gets power creeped. It gets practically obsolete. It's getting unfun, like the Type 74. It's not fun anymore. And I'm sorry for all those guys who spend money on the upgrades, on the money for the Golden Eagles for talismaning it. That's my message. It's gonna get worse. And that's it for me today. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you agree with me, let me know in the comment section and give the video a like. If you disagree, let me know in the comment section and give the video a dislike, whatever. Here's some nice pictures. And as usual, we will see each other on the battlefields and in the skies of War Thunder.